Hi, I'm Henry from Wilgen's Garden Center, and welcome to our cooking demonstration. Today we're going to be cooking with lavender, and what we're going to be making today is we're going to be making a peach and lavender vinaigrette salad, and we're also going to be doing a lavender marinated flank steak. So let's get started. Alright, for our lavender marinated steak, we are going to use and start with a half a tablespoon each of ground black pepper and white pepper. Put that in the bowl here. We are going to use 2 tablespoons of dried lavender. Now, dried lavender, you'll probably find a little bit more in a specialty store, but it is locally found and has just a wonderful aroma, wonderful fragrance to it. So this is going to go into our marinade, 2 tablespoons. And we're also going to add a tablespoon of ground fennel and a teaspoon and a quarter of ground thyme. And that all goes right into our bowl here. And then what I like to add is I like to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of a good olive oil. And basically what you're trying to do is you're just trying to make a paste with this marinade so that you can coat the meat. And in our bowl that goes. And then give it a good whisk. And like I said, this should have pretty much a paste-like consistency. You want it to adhere to the meat. Alright, there we go. And as I mentioned today, we're going to be using flank steak. Now, flank steak's one of my favorite cuts of meat. It comes from the bottom of the cow, but it's got that great beefy flavor to it, more than some other cuts. Now, if you don't particularly like flank steak, feel free to do this with a tenderloin roast, maybe skirt steak, pretty much any steak this would work with. So, here we go. Here's our flank steak, and typically you're going to find these ranging from about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds in the grocery store. And you're going to put that in here, and we're going to coat that really good. Make sure you get the marinade everywhere on it. Now ideally you're going to want to let this sit for probably at least 2 hours, if not overnight, to really kind of get the marinade into the meat. And there we go, our meat's all set, it's nice and coated, ready to go. So now that we got our meat in the marinade, time to get it on the grill. And you're going to want a hot grill for this. You want to cook flank steak at a high temperature, and you're going to want to do it about 3 to 5 minutes aside. You want to get it up to about a medium rare. So let's get that on the grill. Listen to that wonderful sizzle sound. Close that, and now while that's cooking, let's start on our vinaigrette for that salad. Now I'm going to take my bowl here, into this bowl for the vinaigrette, I'm going to add a tablespoon of dried lavender. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, but you could also use other types of vinegars like a late harvest wine vinegar, something along those lines. But 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Now here's where our peach comes in. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of peach vinegar. This you'll find a little bit more in specialty shops, but it has a wonderful, tremendous flavor that adds to vinaigrettes and marinades. So in the bowl that goes. And next we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste, obviously however much you like. A little kosher salt in there. And let's throw some fresh cracked pepper in there as well. And last but not least, you want to add some good olive oil to it, about 1/2 cup. Alright, now we're just going to give this a really good whisk. And for our salad today, I basically have a mixture of fresh greens, some herbs added in like dill and some parsley. So any kind of green mix that you like, you could do this with just about any salad mix. And to that, we are going to add our vinaigrette right over the top. And there we have it. Now we got our salad ready to go with our steak. Alright folks, now I think it's time to check our grill, see if our steak's ready to come off. Boy, that's looking good. Alright. Now ideally you're going to want to let this rest for about 10 to 15 minutes so all the juices get reabsorbed back into the meat. And you're going to want a nice color on the meat. And keep in mind with a flank steak it is going to shrink a little bit, so don't be too worried about that. Now when you get ready to cut your flank steak, remember you want to cut it across the grain, not with the grain. And you want to cut it with thin slices so it's not chewy when you go to eat it. So why don't we cut into this? Smells incredible. Nice thin slices. And you want some pink in there, try to get it around medium rare. And there you have it. You know, you got a nice little summer dinner for sitting out on the deck. So if you like what you've seen here today, go to vanwilgens.com. You can pull the recipes right off our website. And happy eating.